The Futures Wheel is a tool that allows us to look into future solutions and even a future space that we might be imagining. We're going to do that in a really methodical way. First, we're going to think about an event, something happening. It could be that, let's say that electric cars penetrate the automobile market by 60%. Then we look at that event on the horizon, because this could be a knowable thing that we could predict might happen in some amount of time. And we put that at the center of our wheel, and we create a circle around that center. And in that circle, we think about what are the first order effects of that thing happening. So if we do see 60% penetration in the automobile market of electric vehicles, what then would happen? What are the natural things that would happen as a result of that event? And then we look at each of those things. So we're starting to get exponential growth, right? Because we're looking at each one of those first order effects and saying, all right, well, what would be the effect of that? What's the second order effect of this thing happening? And we do that for all the things in this ring, and we place those on another ring that's outside of that. And then finally, we add a third ring, an outer ring, where we're looking at these third order effects. So these are things that are happening as a result of the second order effects. And you can imagine that simply starting with this thing, thinking about what's gonna happen because of that, and then thinking about each one of those little things, and then going out and out from there, we start to look at a future that we wouldn't have imagined if we had just started with a blank page. And if we're doing that with a group of folks that come from diverse perspectives, that have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different understanding of the way things work, we can really move into some stuff that's really quite far out. So it's a great way to start imagining the consequences of things happening and how we might mitigate some of the negative consequences and how we might encourage some of the positive consequences.
Futures Wheel is a great entree into some storytelling, because you can have people, after they put that together, now start to craft or draft a story based on that imagined future and play around with some different storytelling techniques. It's also a great way to get people to step back and reflect on what it means to have a futures-oriented mindset and really being able to think not just on the surface of a vision, but really get into all the color and detail there, which oftentimes we'll find in those smaller spaces some of those key innovations that might surprise us.